Hi friends. Today in the kitchen with Cookie, I am going to try making Polish farmer's cheese. Growing up, we would eat pierogi with this cheese filling, and it was delicious. And I have not been able to find the cheese in the South. When we go back to South Bend, we can get it at a market there, but for living here, can't find it. So I have been watching some YouTube videos of Polish cooking, and she made the cheese, and I thought, I can do that. So I'm gonna give it a try. All right, this is a fermented cheese, meaning that it's going to have some sourness to it. It needs to sit on the counter for a little while to start to curdle, and that's what gives this cheese a distinctive taste. So let's start. I've got a jar that I put through the dishwasher, clean and steam. And I'm going to add my milk. This is whole milk. I'm supposed to add a gallon. This is just under a gallon. What I like about this is the jar, I can watch it. I love watching stuff bubble and start fermenting. Oh goodness, Sue Wade. You see the fat on top of this milk. This is full fat again. I got this at the Amish market. And then buttermilk is going to put the acid in it to start the fermentation process. I'm going to give this a little mix. And they said a cup, so I'll do a cup. Hear the choo-choo, Kingston Springs, we live on the tracks. 1 cup of buttermilk. I'll cover it. And then she said to put a cloth on it and put it in a warm place. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put it right over here on my counter, and we'll take a peek at it in the next few days. Hey, I just got home from work and I'm looking at my cheese. It looks pretty good. This is day Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So 2 days. Hold on, I'll flip it around. Look at that. Look at that beautiful air forming. Looks like it's got a mold on top, maybe. This is buttermilk and whole milk. Looks good. No mold, just fat rising to the top. Now I'm going to pour it in a big saucepan to warm it through. And hopefully this will only take an hour or so. We want to get it to 100 degrees. But because I'm using a gas stove, I need to put it on the lowest heat and keep checking the temperature while it's heating so that it doesn't get too hot. If it starts getting too hot, I'll remove it from the heat for a time, and then I'll place it back on the heating element. It's starting to thicken up and separate from the whey here. It smells good too. Now that it's done heating and separated, I'm going to allow it to cool on the counter until it's completely cooled down. Probably about 4 hours according to my Polish kitchen. To prepare for straining, I need a pot, a colander, and some cheesecloth. I'm going to pour the cheese mixture over the cheesecloth so that I can capture the cheese curds and separate it from the whey. This takes a little bit of time, and I actually needed to use 2 containers, 2 strainers, because I had so much cheese. It's pretty cool looking though. I love it. And it smells so good. So I'm just going to continue this process. And then I'll do the next step, which is twist up the cheesecloth, place a plate on top and some weight to help the straining process, and place it in the fridge overnight. Kind of looks like a disaster, but this is what I had. If I decide to make more cheese, I will buy more strainers and containers. For my first time making cheese, I think it turned out pretty well. So after warming it for about an hour, it actually took 2 hours to get it up to 100 degrees because on my gas stove, I had to keep moving it off, putting it back on, the heat element off, because I didn't want it to warm up too fast. Draining it in the cheesecloth, putting a weight on it and letting it sit overnight. Here's the whey. I'll figure out what to do with that later. I've read that you can make butter. I've unrolled one of my cheeses from the cheesecloth. Here's my second one. I'm gonna have to get, this is my first time doing this and documenting it because you learn, and next time it may be better. I need to get a bigger strainer and a bigger bowl for sure. This one doesn't seem to be as firm as this other one. That was a debacle. Okay. It's a very soft cheese, but I've already tasted it. It's pretty good. I mean, I'm pretty excited I made my own cheese. Now, I'm gonna store this in the refrigerator in glass because in the next few days, I wanna make some pierogi. So back to the process, what I did, I warmed it on the stove up to 100 degrees after several days of fermenting. I want to say it was 5 days. Warmed it, strained it in the cheesecloth, put it in the refrigerator with a weight on it so that all the whey would come out of it, separate from the curds from the whey. And now I'm going to store this and figure out what I can do with the whey. Stay tuned, but this is really great. I'm so excited I did this. Cheese. I made cheese. Who'd have thought?